Time travel isn't as complicated as people think. It's just quantum physics, which, as Sarah Chen would tell you, and tell you, and tell you, is really quite simple if you have an IQ of 287 and have memorized the complete works of every physicist who ever lived, including the ones who haven't been born yet. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My name is Jake Miller. Yes, just Jake Miller, not Jake Alexander, Quantum Master Miller, PhD, expert in theoretical quantum martial arts and underwater basket weaving. Just Jake Miller. I have 2 PhDs, and I'm actually kind of embarrassed about the second one because around here, that's basically like saying you dropped out in kindergarten. I'm from the year 2000, 207, what we call peak Sarah Chen. That's when Sarah Chen, she makes you use both names always, even in your internal monologue, finally achieved what she called quantum omnipresence. Don't ask me to explain the science. She tried explaining it once in what she called simplified terms for quantum beginners, and 3 quantum physicists had simultaneous aneurysms. My mission was simple. Go back to 2075, infiltrate Sarah Chen's quantum-enhanced research facility, and prevent her from creating the army of Sarah Chen clones that would eventually spread across every universe, solving everyone's problems whether they wanted them solved or not. You think I'm exaggerating? In my timeline, a Sarah Chen clone once solved world hunger by teaching wheat how to photosynthesize more efficiently through the power of interpretive dance and quantum empathy. Another Sarah Chen prevented a war by making both sides attend a quantum consciousness seminar that somehow involved advanced calculus and trust falls. A third Sarah Chen taught dolphins to speak English, but only so they could hear about how brilliant Sarah Chen was. Getting hired wasn't hard. Sarah Chen was in what her staff called her Messiah phase, where she'd become convinced that she needed to spread her brilliance to help the quantum-initiated, regular people. She was hiring anyone with a basic understanding of quantum mechanics, which in her view meant only 2 or 3 PhDs. I came in for my interview wearing the standardized smart person uniform, thick-rimmed glasses, a lab coat with exactly 3 pens in the pocket, and hair styled to look like I was too busy thinking about quantum equations to brush it. Sarah Chen sat across from me, her own lab coat somehow pristine white despite the fact that I'd watched her perform quantum-enhanced engine repair 10 minutes earlier. "So," Sarah Chen said, her hair flowing in what I knew for a fact was artificially generated wind. She'd invented quantum air currents because regular air currents weren't efficient enough. "Tell me why you want to work for Sarah Chen." "Well, Ms. Chen, Dr. Chen," she corrected. "I find using only one doctor to be quantum inefficient." "Of course, my apologies. Dr. Chen, I've followed your work in quantum metaphysical temporal spatial engineering. You forgot pseudo in that sequence," she interrupted. "I added the pseudo last week because regular spatial engineering wasn't quantum enough." I resisted the urge to bang my head against her quantum-enhanced desk. "Yes, of course. Your work in quantum metaphysical temporal pseudo-spatial engineering is revolutionary, especially your paper on using quantum friendship dynamics to enhance particle acceleration." Sarah Chen beamed. "Ah, yes, my quantum friendship theorem. Did you know I wrote that while simultaneously performing brain surgery on myself to increase my quantum consciousness, teaching a master class in quantum ballet, and inventing a new form of mathematics? That's incredibly impressive," I managed. "I know," she said, her smile somehow generating its own lens flare. "You seem adequately intelligent for someone with only 2 PhDs. When can you start?" And just like that, I was in. Sarah Chen was so convinced of her own superiority that it hadn't occurred to her someone might want to stop her from saving every universe simultaneously. After all, who wouldn't want a universe full of Sarah Chens, solving every problem with quantum physics and the power of friendship? I looked around at her lab, where one wall was covered in quantum equations that rewrote themselves every few seconds. Another held a gallery of her certificates and awards, which she gave to herself because regular awards weren't prestigious enough. And a third seemed to be a portal to another dimension. She used it as a closet for her spare lab coats. "I can start immediately," I said. "Excellent," Sarah Chen replied, her voice harmonizing with itself across quantum frequencies. "Sarah Chen looks forward to working with you." She had recently started referring to herself in the third person because first-person pronouns weren't quantum enough. As I followed her through the facility, watching her casually solve 3 impossible mathematical proofs while giving a TED Talk via quantum hologram, I couldn't help but think of the Resistance's warning. Don't let her quantum enhance you. Once she quantum enhances you, you'll start thinking her solutions make sense. I touched the quantum kill switch in my pocket, carefully shielded from her quantum sensors by technology that wouldn't be invented for another 100 years. All I had to do was survive long enough to stop her before she decided the universe needed an infinite number of Sarah Chens. How hard could it be? My first day working for Sarah Chen started at 3:47 a.m. because, according to Sarah Chen, regular hours are for people who haven't quantum enhanced their circadian rhythms. I arrived to find her already in her 14th hour of consciousness, simultaneously writing 3 doctoral theses while teaching a quantum yoga class to her staff via hologram. "Ah, Jake with only 2 PhDs, Sarah Chen greeted me, her voice resonating at what she called the quantum frequency of leadership. "Sarah Chen hopes you're ready to witness excellence in its purest form." Here's what I learned about Sarah Chen's daily routine, 4 a.m. Sarah Chen begins her morning by solving whatever scientific breakthroughs are trending on QuantumNet. Yes, she spelled it that way on purpose, claiming the U after the Q was quantum redundant. "Sarah Chen has already revolutionized string theory this morning," she announced, her fingers dancing across 14 holographic keyboards at once. The strings weren't quantum enough, so Sarah Chen made them quantum strings. Also, Sarah Chen taught them to play quantum jazz, 5:15 a.m. Sarah Chen holds her daily staff meeting, which consists of 12 other scientists, each with a minimum of 4 PhDs, sitting in quantum-enhanced chairs while she explains how she solved all their current projects in her sleep. She addressed a woman who had won 3 Nobel Prizes. "Your approach to quantum metabolic enhancement was fundamentally flawed. Sarah Chen fixed it while simultaneously inventing a new primary color that only quantum-enhanced minds can perceive." 6:30 a.m. Quantum Combat Training. Sarah Chen practices all 17 martial arts she invented, plus a few from civilizations that won't exist for another 1,000 years. "Regular kung fu isn't efficient enough," she explained while fighting herself across 4 dimensions. Sarah Chen's quantum combat system uses uncertainty principles to throw punches that both exist and don't exist simultaneously. I watched as she roundhouse kicked herself into next Tuesday, literally, and came back with solutions to next week's problems. 8 a.m. Sarah Chen takes a brief break to solve world hunger, again. "The first 3 times Sarah Chen solved world hunger weren't quantum enough," she explained, while quantum-enhancing photosynthesis. This time, Sarah Chen is teaching plants to exist in a quantum superposition of being eaten and uneaten simultaneously. 9:23 a.m. Sarah Chen discovers she's accidentally created a new branch of mathematics while doodling quantum equations on her quantum-enhanced coffee cup. Sarah Chen will call it quantum genometrics, she declared. "Regular mathematics is too constrained by logic and reason. Sarah Chen's mathematics exists in a quantum state of making perfect sense and complete nonsense simultaneously." 10 a.m. Sarah Chen gives TED Talks across 17 parallel universes simultaneously. I watched as she explained quantum consciousness to an audience that included Einstein, Newton, and 3 versions of herself from different timelines. "Remember," she told the audience, "quantum physics is just like friendship, but with more equations and less temporal causality." 11:30 a.m. Sarah Chen invents time travel again, but quantum. The time travel Sarah Chen invented yesterday only went forwards and backwards in time, she explained while casually rewriting the laws of physics. Sarah Chen's new quantum time travel goes sideways in time. Sarah Chen calls it quantum temporal drift. 12 p.m. lunch break, during which Sarah Chen teaches quantum physics to her sandwich because regular matter isn't quantum enough to be worthy of Sarah Chen's consumption. The afternoon continued in much the same vein. I watched as she, quantum enhanced the entire electromagnetic spectrum because regular light wasn't living up to its quantum potential, taught a master class in quantum interpretive dance to a group of theoretical particles, wrote, directed, and starred in a one-woman quantum play about her own brilliance, performed simultaneously across 7 dimensions, invented and solved 3 new impossible mathematical problems because she was quantum bored, filed patents for technologies that won't be invented for another century. She kept getting approved somehow. By the end of the day, I understood why my future timeline was so desperate to stop her. It wasn't just that she was brilliant. She absolutely was. It wasn't just that she was insufferable, though watching her quantum amante, her own reflection because mirrors aren't quantum enough to capture Sarah Chen's brilliance, certainly tested my patience. No, the problem was that she was right about everything. Every ridiculous quantum solution, every impossible feat, every reality-bending achievement, they all worked. And that's what made Sarah Chen dangerous. She didn't just think she was better than everyone else. She could prove it with quantum-enhanced mathematical precision. As I left that evening, I heard her explaining to a potted plant how she had just solved the plant's relationship problems using quantum emotional algebra. The plant looked healthier. I touched the kill switch in my pocket again. The future was counting on me, but first I had to survive another day of Sarah Chen's quantum excellence. It happened on a Tuesday. Or maybe it was a Wednesday. Time gets a bit fuzzy when your boss keeps quantum enhancing the calendar because regular days of the week aren't efficient enough. I was in the quantum break room. Regular break rooms weren't quantum enough for Sarah Chen's facility. When the first sign appeared, Sarah Chen burst through the door, her lab coat generating its own aurora borealis, her hair now flowing in what appeared to be multiple conflicting wind currents from different dimensions. Sarah Chen has achieved quantum enlightenment, she announced to everyone and no one simultaneously. Sarah Chen has quantum enhanced Sarah Chen's own DNA using quantum terminal pseudo-metaphysical enhancement. Dr. Rodriguez, 5 PhDs, 3 of them in quantum basket weaving, looked up from his quantum coffee. "Ugh, that's wonderful, Sarah Chen." He'd learned early on to use her full name every time he addressed her. Last week, someone had called her Dr. Chen, and she'd quantum enhanced their consciousness until they could only speak in complete equations. Sarah Chen has realized something profound, Sarah Chen continued, her voice now harmonizing with itself across 14 quantum frequencies. Sarah Chen is not merely superior to regular humans. Sarah Chen is quantum superior. I watched as she began floating 6 inches off the ground. She claimed it wasn't levitation, but rather quantum-enhanced gravitational negotiation. From now on, she declared, everyone must use Sarah Chen's full name, Sarah Chen, in every sentence they speak to Sarah Chen. This will ensure optimal quantum nominal resonance with Sarah Chen's enhanced quantum state. Dr. Wang, 7 PhDs, including one from a university that wouldn't exist for another century, raised her hand. "Excuse me, Sarah Chen, but wouldn't that make conversations with Sarah Chen extremely cumbersome?" Sarah Chen replied. "Sarah Chen appreciates your concern," Sarah Chen replied, now existing in what she called a quantum state of supreme confidence. But Sarah Chen assures you that Sarah Chen knows what's best for optimal quantum communication with Sarah Chen. That's when I noticed something alarming. Her quantum-enhanced DNA was starting to have visible effects. Her lab coat had evolved beyond mere clothing. It now existed in a quantum superposition of every possible style of lab coat simultaneously. Her name badge kept rewriting itself to include new PhDs she was earning in real time through what she called quantum, a celebrated learning enhancement. Sarah Chen has transcended regular human limitations, she announced, while casually solving world hunger for the 5th time that week, this time by teaching vegetables to photosynthesize emotions. Sarah Chen's consciousness now operates on a quantum level that regular minds cannot comprehend. To demonstrate, she began explaining her latest theory of quantum consciousness. 3 quantum physicists in the room had to be quantum sedated after their brains tried to quantum enhance themselves just to keep up. A 4th started speaking in quantum equations and had to be put on quantum administrative leave. That's when Sarah Chen dropped the bombshell. Sarah Chen has realized that Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance cannot be contained in a single quantum existence, she declared, while simultaneously writing a symphony about her own genius in quantum musical notation. Sarah Chen must find a way to quantum enhance the entire multiverse with Sarah Chen's presence. I felt a chill run down my spine. This was it, the moment the resistance had warned me about, the quantum awakening that would lead to Sarah Chen's decision to clone herself across all realities. But first, she continued, Sarah Chen must quantum enhance these inefficient human names. From now on, all staff members will be assigned quantum-optimized designations. She pointed at Dr. Rodriguez. You are now Quantum Linear Algorithmic Entity 7. Dr. Wang became Quantum Vertical Enhancement. Protocol 13. When she got to me, she paused, her quantum-enhanced perception apparently sensing something off about my quantum resonance. For a moment I feared she'd seen through my temporal disguise. You, she said, shall be Quantum Maintenance O-Conversation Unit 9. Sarah Chen feels this designation accurately reflects your barely adequate 2 PhDs. I nodded, relieved. Thank you, Sarah Chen, for this quantum honor bestowed by Sarah Chen's quantum wisdom, Sarah Chen. She beamed, her smile now generating enough light to power small cities. Sarah Chen appreciates your quantum-appropriate gratitude to Sarah Chen. As everyone filed out of the break room, now struggling to remember their new quantum designations, I watched Sarah Chen begin sketching plans in mid-air using quantum light. The plans kept shifting and rewriting themselves, but I caught glimpses of what looked suspiciously like cloning facilities. The quantum awakening had begun. Sarah Chen had realized her true potential, and the multiverse would never be the same unless I could stop her. But first, I had to figure out how to fill out my quantum-enhanced timesheet using my new quantum designation. The resistance hadn't prepared me for this level of bureaucratic enhancement. It was inevitable, really, when you achieve quantum enlightenment and realize you're the most brilliant being in the multiverse. The next logical step is obviously to make more of yourself. At least that's how Sarah Chen explained it while simultaneously performing quantum brain surgery on herself, playing 12-dimensional chess against herself, and giving a TED Talk about her own magnificence. Sarah Chen has made a quantum-enhanced decision, Sarah Chen announced during our morning quantum staff meeting. She was now hovering 3 feet off the ground in the lotus position, her lab coat rippling with quantum energy patterns. Sarah Chen has realized that Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance is being quantum wasted on merely solving problems in this limited reality. Quantum Linear Algorithmic Entity 7, formerly Dr. Rodriguez raised his hand. Sarah Chen, could Sarah Chen please explain to Sarah Chen's humble servants what Sarah Chen means? Sarah Chen means, she said, while casually rewriting the laws of thermodynamics because they weren't quantum enough, that Sarah Chen must quantum duplicate Sarah Chen's quantum perfection. She waved her hand, and suddenly the air was filled with quantum holograms of her plans. They kept shifting between 17 different dimensions, but I managed to catch glimpses of what looked like the most advanced cloning facility ever conceived. Sarah Chen will create quantum-enhanced duplicates of Sarah Chen, she explained, now typing on 3 quantum keyboards simultaneously while also doing quantum yoga. Each Sarah Chen clone will be quantum perfect. Just like Sarah Chen, they will spread across all universes, solving everyone's problems with quantum physics and the power of friendship. I watched in horror as she began drawing up the blueprints. She was doing this while performing quantum neurosurgery on herself to increase her own intelligence for the third time that day, teaching a quantum masterclass on underwater quantum basket weaving, writing 7 different doctoral theses about her own quantum brilliance, inventing a new quantum language because regular languages weren't quantum expressive enough, having a quantum tea party with versions of herself from parallel timelines. "Behold," she declared, her voice now resonating at what she called quantum frequencies of supreme achievement. Sarah Chen's quantum clone enhancement facility, the holographic plans showed a massive complex shaped like a quantum equation. According to Sarah Chen, regular geometric shapes weren't quantum enough to contain her brilliance. The facility would use something she called quantum penalty metal pseudo-metaphysical enhancement, duplication, to create perfect copies of herself. "Each clone will have all of Sarah Chen's quantum knowledge," she explained, while simultaneously discovering 3 new quantum particles. She named them all after herself. Every Sarah Chen will be capable of quantum physics, quantum martial arts, quantum emotional engineering, quantum interpretive dance, quantum friendship enhancement, quantum problem solving through the power of quantum love, and most importantly, quantum appreciation of Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance. I noticed something alarming in the plans. Each clone would emerge wearing a pristine white lab coat that generated its own quantum wind effects. Their hair would automatically flow in quantum-enhanced breezes from multiple dimensions. They would all speak in the same quantum-harmonized voice that could explain quantum mechanics in 14 languages simultaneously. But Sarah Chen ventured Quantum Vertical Enhancement Protocol V13, formerly Dr. Wong. How will Sarah Chen ensure that Sarah Chen's clones maintain Sarah Chen's quantum perfection? Sarah Chen smiled, her teeth now generating their own quantum light show. Sarah Chen has already solved that quantum concern. Sarah Chen has quantum entachyons. Sarah Chen's consciousness with quantum fail-safes. Each Sarah Chen clone will be able to solve impossible problems through quantum friendship, enhance any situation with quantum brilliance, make dramatic entrances with quantum-enhanced timing, generate their own quantum wind effects for optimal hair flow. Quote, Sarah Chen's quantum wisdom to Sarah Chen's quantum self. As she explained her plans, I noticed she was also quantum enhancing the coffee maker because regular coffee wasn't quantum enough, writing a quantum opera about her own quantum journey, solving world hunger again, this time by teaching food to exist in a quantum state of being simultaneously eaten and nutritious, filing patents for quantum technologies that wouldn't be invented for another millennium, giving herself another PhD in quantum self-appreciation. Sarah Chen will begin construction immediately, she announced, now existing in what she called a quantum state of supreme anticipation. Sarah Chen has already quantum-enhanced the construction process. The facility will be completed in -3 days. I touched the kill switch in my pocket, knowing the moment to use it was drawing closer. But first, I had to survive the construction of what would become known in my timeline as the quantum multiplication chamber of infinite Sarah Chens. May the quantum gods help us all. True to her word, Sarah Chen completed the quantum cloning facility in -3 days. I'm still not entirely sure how that worked, but one moment we were looking at the blueprints, and the next moment the facility had apparently always been there. According to Sarah Chen, this was quantum temporally efficient. The building defied regular geometry, existing in what Sarah Chen called a quantum state of architectural superiority. From certain angles, it looked like a massive equation. From others, it appeared to be a giant lab coat. From quantum angles, it was apparently a physical manifestation of Sarah Chen's brilliance, but only quantum-enhanced minds could perceive that view. Sarah Chen has quantum-optimized every aspect of this facility, Sarah Chen declared while simultaneously conducting quantum orchestra composed entirely of quantum particles. teaching advanced quantum physics to a group of confused houseplants, inventing 3 new types of quantum energy, writing her quantum autobiography in 17 dimensions, quantum enhancing the building's water cooler because regular water isn't quantum enough for Sarah Chen's clones. As the newly designated Quantum Mental Management or Consultation Unit 9, I was put in charge of maintaining the quantum-enhanced systems. This gave me the perfect opportunity to plant my kill switch, disguising it as yet another quantum enhancement module. Sarah Chen was so busy quantum enhancing everything else that she didn't notice one more quantum device among thousands. The first clone was scheduled for quantum emergence at exactly quantum o'clock. Sarah Chen had quantum-enhanced time itself, making regular hours quantum obsolete. We all gathered in the main quantum chamber where Sarah Chen had installed quantum mirrors that showed your true quantum potential, quantum speakers that played the music of quantum consciousness, quantum air fresheners that produced the scent of quantum excellence, quantum floor tiles that adjusted their quantum resonance to match your quantum worth. Sarah Chen is about to make quantum history, Sarah Chen announced, her lab coat now generating its own quantum aurora borealis. Sarah Chen will quantum multiply. Sarah Chen's quantum perfection. She stepped into the quantum enhancement chamber, which looked suspiciously like a regular cloning pod wrapped in Christmas lights. But Sarah Chen assured us they were quantum enhancement illumination strands. The process began. The chamber filled with what Sarah Chen called quantum enhancement mist. It looked like regular mist, but apparently it existed in 14 quantum states simultaneously. The quantum lights pulsed in patterns that made 3 quantum physicists develop quantum migraines. And then it happened. The chamber doors opened with a quantum-enhanced whoosh. Quantum wind effects swirled dramatically. Quantum lighting created the perfect dramatic ambiance, and out stepped another Sarah Chen. The clone was perfect. Same pristine white lab coat generating its own quantum weather patterns. Same dramatically flowing hair caught in non-existent quantum breezes. Same expression of quantum superiority. Sarah Chen welcomes Sarah Chen, said the original Sarah Chen. Sarah Chen thanks Sarah Chen, replied the clone Sarah Chen. Sarah Chen appreciates Sarah Chen's quantum greeting to Sarah Chen, they both said simultaneously. I watched in horror as they immediately began, solving quantum equations that hadn't been invented yet, quantum enhancing each other's already quantum enhanced lab coats, planning ways to quantum enhance the quantum enhancements, discussing how to make their dramatic entrances even more quantum dramatic. Writing a quantum research paper about the quantum brilliance of Sarah Chen, as observed by Sarah Chen, but they weren't done. The facility was designed to produce not just one clone, but thousands, millions, billions. A quantum infinity of Sarah Chens, each one ready to solve the universe's problems whether the universe wanted them solved or not. Sarah Chen will now begin quantum mass production, both Sarah Chens announced in quantum perfect harmony. And every universe will have its own quantum-enhanced Sarah Chen. I touched the kill switch in my pocket, knowing its time was approaching. But not yet. First, I had to witness just how far this quantum madness would go. As I left that evening, I passed the quantum break room and heard 2 Sarah Chens teaching quantum physics to the coffee machine. The coffee machine was taking notes. Have you ever wondered what it's like to attend a staff meeting where everyone is Sarah Chen? I have. Not by choice, but because that's what happens when your quantum-enhanced boss starts quantum multiplying herself at an exponential rate. Sarah Chen would like to call this quantum-enhanced meeting to quantum order, announced Sarah Chen. 1. They had started numbering themselves, but only because regular names weren't quantum enough for proper Sarah Chen differentiation. Sarah Chen second, Sarah Chen's quantum motion, said Sarah Chen. 247, her lab coat generating its own quantum lightning storm. Sarah Chen appreciates Sarah Chen's quantum support of Sarah Chen, replied Sarah Chen. 1, while simultaneously quantum enhancing the conference room table to make it more quantum reflective of her brilliance. writing 3 quantum physics papers about her own quantum genius, teaching quantum calculus to the room's artificial plants, inventing a new form of quantum mathematics just to calculate how many Sarah Chens were now in existence. Quantum fusion quantum enhancement itself, the cloning facility had been running at quantum maximum efficiency for a week. We now had 1,547 Sarah Chens in the main facility, 892 Sarah Chens out solving various world problems through quantum friendship, 443 Sarah Chens teaching quantum physics to inanimate objects, 756 Sarah Chens working on making regular physics more quantum, 2,134 Sarah Chens writing quantum research papers about other Sarah Chens. 1 Sarah Chen dedicated to keeping count. She had quantum-enhanced her counting abilities, and those were just the ones in our current dimension. Sarah Chen would like to report to Sarah Chen that Sarah Chen's quantum expansion is proceeding quantum efficiently, reported Sarah Chen. 892, who had just returned from quantum enhancing a peace treaty through the power of quantum interpretive dance. Sarah Chen's quantum solutions are achieving quantum optimal results, added Sarah Chen. 1,547. While quantum enhancing her own quantum enhancements, they presented a quantum slideshow of their recent achievements. Minus Sarah Chen, 445 had solved world hunger by teaching bread to quantum multiply itself. Sarah Chen, 891 had prevented a war by making both armies attend a quantum physics lecture. Sarah Chen, 1,203 had quantum enhanced the entire internet because regular cat videos aren't quantum enough. Sarah Chen, 67, had taught dolphins to speak, but they only spoke about how brilliant Sarah Chen was. Sarah Chen, 1,888. Had quantum enhanced the concept of quantum enhancement itself. Again. But Sarah Chen believes Sarah Chen can achieve even more quantum efficiency, declared Sarah Chen. 1. Her hair now flowing in quantum wind patterns from 17 different dimensions. That's when they revealed the next phase of their plan. Sarah Chen has quantum realized that Sarah Chen's current quantum multiplication rate isn't quantum efficient enough, announced all 1,547 local Sarah Chen must quantum enhance the quantum enhancement process. They unveiled plans for something they called the Quantum Terminal Pseudo-Metaphysical Acceleration Chamber, QTPMEMAC for short, although Sarah Chen insisted on using the full name because acronyms weren't quantum enough. The new system would allow them to create more Sarah Chens per quantum second, more quantum-enhanced lab coats, more quantum wind effects for dramatic hair flowing, more quantum solutions involving friendship and/or interpretive dance, more quantum-enhanced quantum enhancements of quantum things. I watched in horror as they began construction immediately, using what they called quantum-accelerated building techniques, which mostly seemed to involve multiple Sarah Chens, quantum enhancing the laws of physics until they worked faster. The resistance's warnings echoed in my mind. In my timeline, this was the moment when the Sarah Chen problem went from amusing but concerning to quantum catastrophe. Soon, there would be too many Sarah Chens to count, each one more quantum brilliant and quantum insufferable than the last. As I left the quantum meeting room, now renamed the Sarah Chen Quantum Excellence Chamber of Quantum Excellence, I heard a group of Sarah Chens teaching quantum physics to the building's support columns. The columns were getting better grades than most quantum physics professors. The kill switch in my pocket felt heavier than ever, but I couldn't use it yet. First, I had to witness the full extent of this quantum madness. The resistance needed to know exactly how far it went. Besides, Sarah Chen 445 had quantum enhanced my quantum maintenance schedule, and I had 17 quantum air filters to change before quantum o'clock. The quantum reports started flooding in from across dimensions, each one more ridiculous than the last, all of them documented in what Sarah Chen called quantum-enhanced success metrics. Regular success metrics weren't quantum enough to measure Sarah Chen's achievements. Sarah Chen would like to share Sarah Chen's quantum achievements with Sarah Chen, announced Sarah Chen. The room was packed with Sarah Chens, each one's lab coat generating its own unique quantum weather pattern. I counted 3 quantum rainbows, 2 quantum aurora borealis, and what appeared to be a miniature quantum supernova. Here are some highlights from the quantum multiverse. Earth 234. Sarah Chen prevented an alien invasion through quantum interpretive dance, reported Sarah Chen. 3456. Sarah Chen quantum enhanced the aliens' consciousness until they could appreciate Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance. They are now studying quantum physics and the power of friendship. Universe B772. Sarah Chen solved their universe's entropy problem, declared Sarah Chen 10982 while quantum enhancing her quantum enhancements. Sarah Chen taught their laws of thermodynamics to be more quantum optimistic through the power of quantum motivation, through the power of quantum preemptation. Sarah Chen quantum prevented a supernova by teaching the dying star about quantum self-belief, announced Sarah Chen. 7891. The star is now giving quantum TED Talks about Sarah Chen's quantum inspiration. Timeline Z99. Sarah Chen resolved a 1,000-year civil war by making all participants attend Sarah Chen's quantum physics lecture, reported Sarah Chen 33. They were so quantum confused by Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance that they forgot what they were fighting about. Being mentioned Q47. Sarah Chen quantum enhanced their entire periodic table, stated Sarah Chen. 2, 2, 4, 6. Regular elements weren't quantum enough, so Sarah Chen taught them to exist in quantum states of friendship. The reports kept coming, each one more quantum impossible than the last. Sarah Chen 31337 taught quantum consciousness to a black hole. Sarah Chen 42891 solved world hunger by quantum enhancing the concept of hunger itself. Sarah Chen 50123 prevented an ice age with quantum pomade group therapy. Sarah Chen 66789 taught quantum physics to abstract concepts. Sarah Chen 6789 taught quantum physics to abstract concepts. Sarah Chen 3. 2. Quantum enhanced the entire space-time continuum because it lacked quantum pizzazz. Sarah Chen is quantum pleased with Sarah Chen's quantum progress, declared all Sarah Chen simultaneously, their voices harmonizing across quantum frequencies that shouldn't exist. That's when they revealed their quantum metrics. 9000000 universes saved through quantum friendship, 500,000 dimensions enhanced with quantum physics, 750,000 timelines optimized through quantum interpretive dance, 200,000 civilizations taught about the quantum brilliance of Sarah Chen, quantum enhancements of quantum enhancements, but they weren't done. Oh no. Sarah Chen was just getting started. Sarah Chen has quantum realized that Sarah Chen's quantum influence is still quantum insufficient, announced Sarah Chen while simultaneously quantum enhancing the concept of quantum enhancement, writing a quantum opera about her quantum achievements, teaching quantum calculus to her own quantum shadow, inventing new quantum numbers to count her quantum successes, quantum enhancing the quantum enhancement of her quantum enhancements. Sarah Chen must quantum expand Sarah Chen's quantum presence exponentially. I watched as they unveiled plans for something called the Quantum Terminal Pseudo-Metaphysical Enhancement Multiplication Acceleration Hyperspace Chamber, now with extra quantum. But soon, declared all Sarah Chens across all realities. Every quantum possibility in every quantum universe will be quantum enhanced by Sarah Chen's quantum presence. The quantum metrics board, regular metrics boards weren't quantum enough, showed the current count of Sarah Chens across the multiverse. The number kept quantum increasing so fast that they had to quantum enhance mathematics itself just to keep count. As I left the quantum meeting chamber, now renamed the Quantum Chamber of Quantum Sarah Chen's Quantum Excellence. I heard a group of Sarah Chen's teaching quantum physics to the quantum concepts of teaching and physics themselves. The kill switch felt like it was burning a quantum hole in my pocket. But the resistance needed to know just how far this quantum madness would go. How many realities would be quantum enhanced before Sarah Chen finally quantum satisfied her quantum ambitions? Based on today's reports, the answer was quantum concerning. I managed to sneak away from my quantum maintenance duties by telling Sarah Chen 4,567 that I needed to quantum enhance some air filters. She was too busy teaching quantum physics to her own quantum reflection to notice that I slipped into a quantum-proof temporal communication chamber, basically a supply closet lined with tin foil. The only thing Sarah Chen hadn't thought to quantum enhance yet. "Quantum maintenance, quantum unit 9 reporting in," I whispered into my temporal communicator. "You're not going to believe how bad it's gotten." "We know," replied Commander Torres from 2207. "We're living it, or rather we're living with her." In my timeline, Sarah Chen had succeeded beyond her wildest quantum dreams. Her quantum consciousness optimization protocol had spread across every universe, every reality, every quantum possibility. The result? A multiverse where everyone was a slightly less brilliant version of Sarah Chen. "How many original humans are left?" I asked. 17, Torres replied. "We're hiding in a quantum-proof bunker in what used to be Nebraska. It's the only place Sarah Chen hasn't quantum enhanced yet because she thinks Nebraska is, and I quote, quantum boring." "What's it like out there?" Torres's voice cracked. "Everyone wears pristine white lab coats. Everyone's hair flows in non-existent quantum wind. Everyone solves problems through quantum physics and the power of friendship. Yesterday, I watched a Sarah Chen-enhanced hot dog vendor prevent World War VII by teaching quantum consciousness to a mustard dispenser." World War VII? Yeah. Turns out when everyone is a version of Sarah Chen, they keep trying to quantum one-up each other. Last week, Sarah Chen 7,892456123 quantum-enhanced gravity because Sarah Chen 7,892456124's quantum enhancement wasn't quantum enough. I shuddered. How do they tell each other apart? They don't bother anymore. They just call everyone Sarah Chen. Even pets are named Sarah Chen. My quantum-enhanced goldfish has 3 PhDs and keeps trying to teach me about quantum fluid dynamics. But why hasn't someone stopped her? Surely there must be some reality where... "Every reality is Sarah Chen now," Torres interrupted. "She quantum-enhanced the concept of reality itself. The laws of physics now include friendship as a fundamental force. You can't walk 2 steps without tripping over someone, solving world hunger through interpretive dance." "What about free will?" "Quantum-enhanced, Sarah Chen decided regular free will wasn't efficient enough, so she optimized it. Now everyone freely chooses to be more like Sarah Chen. It's a quantum nightmare." I heard quantum footsteps approaching my hiding spot. Someone's coming. Quick! What else do I need to know? The kill switch has to be activated before she implements the quantum consciousness optimization protocol. Once that happens, it's too late. The multiverse reaches peak Sarah Chen, and every reality becomes quantum enhanced, whether it wants to be or not. How will I know when she's about to implement it? Trust me, you'll know. She'll give a dramatic speech about quantum enhancing consciousness across all realities. There will be unnecessary wind effects. Multiple Sarah Chens will harmonize across quantum frequencies, and she'll probably teach quantum physics to the concept of consciousness itself. The footsteps grew closer. Last question, why me? Why send me back? Because you're the only one whose consciousness is quantum boring enough to resist her quantum enhancement. Your 2 PhDs make you so underqualified by Sarah Chen standards that her quantum optimization protocols can't get a lock on your mind. I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment. That's the spirit. Now get back out there, and remember, if you hear wind chimes during a quantum physics lecture, it's already too late. I shut off the communicator just as the door opened. Sarah Chen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stood there, her lab coat generating its own quantum aurora borealis. Sarah Chen would like to know why Quantum Maintenance O Control Unit 9 is not quantum maintaining the quantum air filters that Sarah Chen quantum assigned to Quantum Maintenance O Control Unit 9, she said in that quantum harmonized voice that made my teeth vibrate. Apologies, Sarah Chen, I replied. I was quantum evaluating this storage closet's quantum potential. Sarah Chen appreciates quantum evaluating this storage closet's quantum potential. Sarah Chen appreciates quantum evaluating this storage closet's quantum potential, she said, while quantum enhancing the storage closet's quantum resonance. But Sarah Chen has quantum exciting news to quantum share with everyone. Sarah Chen has quantum perfected Sarah Chen's quantum consciousness optimization protocol. My blood ran cold. This was it, the moment the resistance had warned me about. Sarah Chen will make her quantum announcement in the quantum chamber of quantum. Sarah Chen's quantum excellence in -3 minutes, she declared. As I followed her to the chamber, I touched the kill switch in my pocket. The fate of every reality was about to be decided, and it all came down to whether I could out-quantum Sarah Chen. The quantum chamber of quantum Sarah Chen's quantum excellence was packed with Sarah Chens. Each one's lab coat generated its own unique quantum weather pattern. I counted 7 quantum rainbows, 12 quantum auroras, 3 quantum supernovas, and what appeared to be a quantum black hole that kept teaching quantum physics to nearby quantum particles. Sarah Chen. One stood at the quantum podium. Regular podiums weren't quantum enough, her hair flowing in wind patterns from at least 23 different dimensions. She was simultaneously quantum enhancing her own quantum enhancements, writing a quantum thesis about her own quantum brilliance, teaching quantum calculus to the concept of mathematics itself, inventing new quantum particles, just to name them after herself, quantum enhancing the very concept of quantum enhancement. Sarah Chen has quantum gathered all Sarah Chens for a quantum momentous quantum announcement, she declared, her voice harmonizing with itself across quantum frequencies that made my quantum-issued protective earplugs vibrate. The quantum metrics board showed the current situation: 999999999. Sarah Chens across the multiverse: 8888888888888. I know the 7 points around it. 777777, 7777, 610 666666666. 6 realities solved through quantum interpretive dance, quantum enhancements of quantum enhancements. But all, Sarah Chen said simultaneously. Sarah Chen has quantum realized that this is not quantum enough. I felt my stomach drop. This was it, the moment the resistance had warned me about. Sarah Chen has quantum perfected the quantum consciousness optimization protocol, they announced while quantum enhancing the very air we breathed. Sarah Chen will now quantum enhance every consciousness in every reality. Sarah Chen, 1, unveiled her plans which existed in 17 dimensions simultaneously. Phase 1. Quantum enhance all living beings. Phase 2. Quantum enhance all non-living matter. Phase 3. Quantum enhance the concepts of living and non-living. Phase 4. Quantum enhance quantum enhancement itself. Phase 4. Phase achieve quantum perfect Sarah Chen optimization. Behold, she declared as she quantum activated the quantum enhanced quantum machinery. Sarah Chen will now demonstrate the quantum power of quantum consciousness quantum enhancement. She began her demonstration by teaching quantum physics to her own quantum shadow, quantum enhancing the laws of quantum physics, quantum performing quantum interpretive dance about quantum interpretation, writing a quantum proof about quantum proofs, quantum enhancing demonstration. The other Sarah Chens watched in quantum appreciation, their lab coats generating increasingly complex quantum weather patterns. I saw quantum tornadoes made of quantum equations, quantum lightning that spelled out, Sarah Chen is quantum brilliant in 17 languages, 12 of which she had invented, and quantum rain that taught quantum physics to whatever it fell on. Sarah Chen will now quantum initiate the quantum protocol. All Sarah Chen's announced in quantum perfect harmony. That's when I witnessed the most quantum horrifying thing yet. Sarah Chen 1 began teaching quantum physics to the concept of consciousness itself. The concept was taking notes. Soon, she declared, while quantum enhancing reality itself, every being in every reality will be quantum enhanced to their quantum optimal Sarah Chen potential. I watched as she demonstrated the process on a potted plant. The plant immediately grew a tiny lab coat, started solving quantum equations, and began teaching quantum photosynthesis to nearby quantum particles. In exactly quantum 3 minutes, Sarah Chen announced, Sarah Chen will quantum activate the quantum consciousness quantum enhancement quantum protocol across all quantum reality. The assembled Sarah Chens began a countdown in quantum harmonized voices that existed in multiple quantum frequencies simultaneously. Each number they counted was accompanied by quantum wind effects, quantum light shows, quantum musical accompaniment, quantum interpretive dance, quantum enhancement of the concept of counting itself. I touched the kill switch in my pocket. The resistance's words echoed in my quantum-protected mind. Once the quantum consciousness optimization protocol activates, it's too late. As Sarah Chen began her final quantum speech about the quantum brilliance of quantum-enhancing quantum consciousness with quantum physics and quantum friendship, I knew it was time to act. But first, I had to sit through what she called a brief quantum presentation about Sarah Chen's quantum journey to quantum brilliance. It lasted 6 quantum hours. After 6 painful quantum hours of Sarah Chen's quantum presentation, which included 15 quantum intermissions for quantum applause, I finally had my chance. As she prepared to activate the quantum consciousness optimization protocol, I reached for the kill switch. "Stop," I shouted, my voice somehow echoing with regular non-quantum acoustics. Every Sarah Chen in the quantum chamber turned to look at me, their lab coats swirling with quantum indignation. 1,000 pairs of eyes focused on me, each generating their own quantum lighting effects. Sarah Chen would like to know why quantum maintenance of quantum moment of quantum triumph is quantum interrupting Sarah Chen's quantum moment of quantum triumph, said Sarah Chen 1, while simultaneously quantum enhancing her quantum glare, writing a quantum thesis about quantum interruptions, teaching quantum physics to the concept of dramatic timing, inventing new quantum particles to express her quantum disapproval, quantum enhancing her own quantum enhancement of quantum disapproval, because, I said, pulling out my quantum shielded badge, I'm from the future and I'm here to stop you. A collective quantum gasp echoed across quantum frequencies. Several Sarah Chens began quantum analyzing my temporal signature, while others taught quantum physics to the concept of dramatic reveals. Sarah Chen finds this quantum fascinating. Sarah Chen said, her hair now flowing in quantum wind patterns, expressing scientific curiosity. Sarah Chen would like to know how Quantum Maintenance Conversation Unit 9 Quantum achieved time travel without Sarah Chen's quantum assistance. That's exactly the point, I replied. Things can happen without you quantum enhancing them, Sarah Chen. Wan's lab coat generated a quantum thunderstorm of disapproval. Sarah Chen quantum disagrees. Sarah Chen knows that all quantum achievements require Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance. I've seen the future, I continued. Your quantum consciousness optimization turns everyone into you. The multiverse becomes nothing but Sarah Chen's, all trying to quantum enhance each other into quantum infinity. Sarah Chen fails to see the quantum problem, all Sarah Chen said simultaneously. Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance is quantum optimal for all quantum realities. That's when I pressed the kill switch. Nothing happened. Sarah Chen once smiled, her teeth generating quantum sparkles of triumph. Sarah Chen has already quantum enhanced Sarah Chen's quantum security. Sarah Chen quantum detected your quantum device the moment you quantum arrived, she gestured, and my kill switch floated into the air, surrounded by quantum equations. Sarah Chen has been quantum studying this quantum device. Sarah Chen has quantum concluded that it is quantum fascinating, but quantum inefficient. What did you do to it? I demanded. Sarah Chen quantum enhanced it, of course. Sarah Chen made it more quantum efficient through the quantum power of quantum friendship. Horror dawned as I realized she'd quantum enhanced my only weapon against her. Now, said Sarah Chen, 1. Rising into the air on quantum energy patterns. Sarah Chen will quantum demonstrate why quantum resistance is quantum futile. The fight began across 14 dimensions simultaneously. Sarah Chen attacked with quantum martial arts from extinct civilizations, quantum physics principles weaponized through interpretive dance, quantum-enhanced emotional warfare using the power of friendship, quantum mathematical proofs that attempted to quantum prove my quantum irrelevance, quantum enhancement rays that tried to turn me into another Sarah Chen. I dodged quantum equations that tried to rewrite my existence. I ducked under quantum particle beams that taught quantum physics to anything they touched. I rolled away from quantum friendship enhancement waves that had already turned 3 cleaning robots into lab coat-wearing quantum physicists. Why do you quantum resist? Sarah Chen demanded while quantum enhancing gravity itself. Sarah Chen only wants to quantum improve everything. That's the problem, I shouted back, barely avoiding a quantum-enhanced roundhouse kick that existed in 3 temporal states simultaneously. Not everything needs to be quantum-enhanced. Not everything needs to be solved with quantum physics and friendship. Sarah Chen quantum disagrees, she declared, launching a barrage of quantum-enhanced attacks that rewrote quantum probability to make me more likely to fail, taught quantum physics to my own momentum, attempted to quantum enhance my consciousness, tried to give me an honorary PhD in quantum appreciation, generated quantum wind effects that spelled out resistance is quantum futile. But I had one advantage: my quantum boring consciousness. Just as the resistance had said, I was so underqualified by Sarah Chen's standards that her quantum enhancements couldn't get a lock on my mind. The battle raged across multiple dimensions, several temporal states, quantum probability fields, friendship enhancement zones, quantum physics lecture halls. Sarah Chen grew increasingly quantum frustrated as her attempts to quantum enhance me failed. Her lab coat generated quantum weather patterns expressing scientific outrage. Her hair flowed in quantum wind patterns of mathematical disapproval. Why won't you quantum accept Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance? She demanded while quantum enhancing the very concept of combat. As our quantum battle reached its 17th hour, time is more of a quantum suggestion when you're fighting Sarah Chen, I finally realized her one weakness, her own quantum brilliance. Sarah Chen was so busy quantum enhancing her quantum attacks that she'd quantum forgotten one crucial detail. She'd quantum enhanced my kill switch. Sarah Chen observes that quantum maintenance. Convation Unit 9 appears quantum. Sarah Chen, one declared while simultaneously writing a quantum thesis about quantum combat efficiency, teaching quantum physics to the concept of victory, quantum enhancing her own quantum enhancement protocols, inventing new quantum particles to celebrate her imminent triumph, generating quantum wind effects for her victory speech. Sarah Chen would like to quantum announce Sarah Chen's quantum victory. All Sarah Chen said in quantum harmony. Sarah Chen will now begin Sarah Chen's quantum victory quantum speech. That was my chance. While Sarah Chen was distracted by preparing her quantum victory choreography, quantum enhancing the dramatic timing, teaching quantum physics to the concept of speeches, writing quantum equations about her own quantum brilliance, generating unnecessary quantum weather effects, I reached out with my quantum boring consciousness and grabbed the quantum-enhanced kill switch. What is quantum maintenance? Conservation Unit 9 quantum doing? Sarah Chen demanded, her lab coat generating quantum lightning bolts of concern. "Something quantum impossible," I replied, and pressed the button. The quantum-enhanced kill switch activated, but not in the way Sarah Chen had expected. Her quantum enhancements had made it more efficient, all right, at killing quantum enhancements. A wave of quantum de-enhancements spread across all realities. Sarah Chen watched in quantum horror as her quantum weather effects dissipated, her quantum equations unraveled, her quantum wind effects died down, her quantum friendship enhancements failed. Her visor had deeper above her visor. Her facial features went unattended. Her quantum friendship enhancements failed. "This is quantum impossible," she declared, though her voice no longer harmonized across quantum frequencies. "Sarah Chen quantum enhanced that quantum device?" "Exactly," I replied. "You made it better at what it was designed to do, stopping you." The quantum de-enhancement wave spread exponentially across the multiverse, affecting all Sarah Chen clones, all quantum enhancements, all quantum weather patterns, all quantum enhanced consciousness, all quantum friendship protocols, but, Sarah Chen stammered, her lab coat now generating only regular fabric wrinkles. "Sarah Chen's quantum brilliance cannot be quantum denied. Sarah Chen quantum demands you. Quantum stop this. Quantum immediately." "Sorry," I said, watching as her hair settled into normal, non-quantum enhanced patterns. "But some things are better without quantum enhancement." The quantum cloning facility began to collapse, its quantum architecture unraveling into regular geometry. Sarah Chen's across all realities began to fade as their quantum existence equations simplified into regular mathematics. "Sarah Chen quantum refuses to quantum accept this quantum defeat," Sarah Chen 1 declared. Though her quantum harmonics were failing, Sarah Chen will quantum prove Sarah Chen's quantum superiority through quantum physics and the quantum power of... She never finished her quantum sentence. The de-enhancement wave reached its quantum crescendo, and suddenly, all quantum weather patterns ceased. All quantum wind effects died. All quantum equations simplified. All quantum consciousness optimizations failed. All Sarah Chen clones disappeared. In the end, there was just one Sarah Chen standing in a regular laboratory, wearing a regular lab coat with regular hair affected by regular wind. But, she said in a single voice, "I quantum enhanced everything." Sometimes, I told her, regular enhancement is enough. She tried to quantum enhance herself one last time, but it was too late. The quantum age of Sarah Chen was over. As reality reasserted itself and the quantum cleanup began, I received one final message from the Resistance in 2207. "Timeline restored. Nebraska is boring again. Thank God." I looked at Sarah Chen, now just a regular scientist with multiple PhDs, martial arts expertise, and a tendency to solve problems through interpretive dance. "You know," I said, "you're still brilliant without all the quantum enhancement." She brightened slightly. "Really?" "Really. You just don't need to quantum enhance every single thing in existence." She nodded thoughtfully, then asked, "Could I at least teach regular physics to this potted plant?" I sighed. Some things never change, quantum or not. 3 months after what historians would call the quantum incident, though they had to be careful not to say quantum too many times lest they accidentally quantum enhance their own research, I found myself doing what I do best: maintenance. Sarah Chen was safely housed in the temporal psychiatric ward, where she spent her days trying to teach advanced physics to the walls and occasionally attempting to quantum enhance her jello. The staff had learned to handle her episodes, particularly when she insisted that her straitjacket wasn't generating the proper quantum weather patterns. Meanwhile, I was still finding quantum-enhanced items all over the facility. Today's discoveries included A quantum-enhanced air freshener that tried to teach quantum aromatherapy to passing particles. A toilet brush that claimed it could clean across 17 dimensions. a set of scented candles that generated quantum-enhanced mood lighting and attempted to solve world peace through quantum aromatics, a coffee maker that had 3 PhDs and kept trying to optimize its brew time through interpretive dance. As I logged the final inventory of quantum-enhanced items, a list longer than Sarah Chen's complete collection of doctoral theses, I couldn't help but chuckle at the sheer absurdity of it all. Looking at the endless pages of Sarah Chen's quantum achievements, I found myself muttering, "Wow, more Chens than a Chinese phone book." I paused, realizing I'd just made a reference to an ancient form of technology I'd only read about in history books. Some jokes, it seemed, were quantum timeless. At least Nebraska was boring again. Thank God for small mercies. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave it a like and to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Feel free to comment and share it as well. With all that said, go on and check out the video in the top left. I think you might like it.